Happy Tuesday, July the 9th. And first of all, let me just say happy birthday to my mom. Today, July 9th, is her birthday. She's 81. So happy birthday, Mom. We're in Hebrews chapter 10. We're only going to do verses 26 to 31, so here we go. For if we deliberately go on sinning after receiving the knowledge of the truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a terrifying expectation of judgment and the fury of a fire about to consume the adversaries. Anyone who disregarded the law of Moses died without mercy based on the testimony of just 2 or 3 witnesses. How much worse punishment do you think one will deserve who has trampled on the Son of God, who has regarded as profane the blood of the covenant by which he was sanctified, and who has insulted the Spirit of grace? For we know the one who has said, vengeance belongs to me, I will repay. And again, the Lord will judge his people. It is a terrifying thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Alrighty, so what is willful sin? I mean, this translation says deliberately go on sinning. What is the writer referring to? Well, first, God knows when sin is a product of the fall, and God knows when sin is a rejection of him and his promises. And as we consider this passage, we'll take a look at other words of the New Testament. I mean, John warns about walking in darkness in 1 John chapter 1. And see, we've seen this warning about rebelling against God and his promises, and there are those who do not believe in God and therefore choose to be their own gods. They reject the idea of God, and they choose to walk deliberately in lives of sin, and actually in sin that is the rejection of God, their Creator. And this is a strong warning, and I believe the writer is strengthening his warning regarding the rejection of God and faith in general. Yet we see the confession of Paul in Romans 7 when he says, I do the things I don't want to do, and I don't do the things I want to do. Is Paul in deliberate sin? See, I believe the answer is in the passage that we've just read. Followers of Jesus have achieved the truth, have received the truth, and they trust God by faith. And we find ourselves sinning because of our fallen condition, but we're not actively rejecting truth or actively rejecting God. We are simply broken and wretched in this life. You see, we are redeemed and waiting for the ultimate perfecting that will take place in Christ, and we'll get there. That's our hope of things to come. We'll see you tomorrow.